This is take two about the Baltimore Chop. I just completely swung through six, so I'm starting over here on this one. I promised myself and a few other people that I would try to make a video about this because it's of historical interest. Haven't worked on it very long, and I think if I can just get a few down in this video, I'm never going to work on it again. Let me see if I can just do a few. I'll start with six. Okay, I got one down, one good one. Let me try a few more. Foul. Oh. Well, that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. I thought I had a couple more in there. That's okay. I had two in there. They were the best that I've hit all morning. And I just really started working on this less than an hour ago. I thought it was going to be easy because I had an idea in my head when I walked out here. Idea instantly went down in flames, didn't work at all. I've been trying various other things, and the best that I'm able to come up with is, it's almost counterintuitive to me because I've been coming close on everything, but I get the best results if I almost put my back to the plate. I get my back foot forward here, and I'm choking up way up on the bat. And this is something that I can imagine a lot of dead ball players doing because we know that they did it all the time. We actually see pictures of them. Who was it? Heine, I don't think it was Heine Manouche. It was one of those Heine guys who, he was a right-handed hitter, but you see him with his bat like this. And I don't know what they did with that, if not perhaps something like what I'm doing. So you choke way up on the bat, and you certainly have to come square with the plate, if not even a little more than square, coming forward with your back foot. And you're really trying to be very, very vertical, ridiculously vertical, up and down. Keep it loose in your hands until the pitcher starts to come home, and then straight up. They used to call this the butcher boy too. It's really like a butcher, you know, coming down on a cow's back of the cow's neck or something, butchering something, just straight up and then straight down into the ball. Because you're so short on the handle, you can follow right through, let your top hand come off, and then just whip right through with your pulling the bat with your backhand. Hopefully this is going to drive the ball right into the ground, and it'll give this big huge hop and drive the infielders crazy. I certainly haven't popped any of them up this way, so I don't think you have to worry about pop-ups. If it is successful, I can well imagine that those who congregate around home plate are going to be kind of panicky because it's already hit the ground, so any base runners are off and running. It's probably not clear to the catcher if the pitcher's closer than he is, or if the third baseman's coming in, and if he's closer, maybe the first baseman's coming in too, because, you know, it's not as leisurely as a fly ball, but it's kind of like a fly ball in that everyone has his eyes up there watching the ball start to come down. Am I going to get it in the air as it comes down, or is it going to hit the ground first? Is it going to have a funny hop? They've got all that playing in their heads, and also they have 2 or 3 other guys lumping around in the near vicinity, and they don't know if those guys are going to try for it. So I can see how infielders would just hate this if you could do it consistently. You could probably do it much more consistently 110, 120 years ago. The Baltimore Chop, as it was called, I believe was really popularized by the Baltimore team of the 1890s. So that's some little while ago. They would have had much thicker bats, of course, and heavier bats. So those in themselves would be easier for this kind of thing. And, you know, the fields were in terrible condition compared to baseball fields today. They were not manicured and looked after by professional grounds crew. They were just almost like cement by the time you get into midsummer. So something like this would really send a baseball up high, much higher actually than these little wiffle balls. I can imagine a real baseball on a dried up field in midsummer just shooting up there 20 feet. And of course, by that time, it's not just a sacrifice, but the hitter's probably going to beat it out to first. So it would be a very, very interesting, promising kind of play if you could do it consistently. I just don't know. I mean, with my very, very little bit of attempting to do this myself, I can't say that if I were a player, I would ever want to pull this out of my hip pocket in a game. The one exception might be if I were trying to hit a knuckleball, or some guy who's just really slopping junk up there, and all of us have been swinging ourselves into the ground all day. We just can't time it. We can't get under it. It's ducking under our bats. Well, this might be a good thing. And again, you want the bat out in front of home plate. You want it up and down. And one other thing that I didn't say that I discovered is that you really want to keep it. You know, you don't want any kind. It's like you're swinging the bat horizontally. It's the advice that we give here at smallball.com about an old-fashioned regular swing. You want to go straight into the ball and not have a dip in your swing. Well, this way too, you want to just really see if you can almost keep your elbow straight and descend straight as straight as you can into the ball. There was one there where my barrel actually hit the dirt. I don't want that to happen necessarily, but just really straight down into the ball. It's, as I say, it just feels so counterintuitive and unnatural, and I can't imagine doing this without a whole lot more practice, and I can't imagine doing it off of a guy with a good fastball. When I was practicing before this, I actually got one of them off my pointer here, and this is just a little wiffle ball, but it hurt. And I would have had a broken finger if that had been a hard ball, especially against a fast baller. And I'm right up on top of the plate, and, you know, I think if a pitcher who throws hard sees me doing that, he's just going to throw it on the black, and I just better look out for myself. So this is just consider this a history lesson, and let's go on from there.